Even
So
my
it
dad, he
depends.
was forced to change his Chinese name. So my dad just,
Wow.
yeah, he was forced to use Chinese name. And on my ID card, I didn't know until my friend told me when I was in middle school, you know that our ID card is different than local. I said, no man, you know it. Look,
Oh
that's a
wow.
space on the ID
So
card.
you stand out.
Yeah, you'll see that
Wow.
at that time,
Yeah.
as a
Wow.
Chinese, like Chinese or Chinese, mix,
Yeah.
you cannot work for government. You cannot
Right.
get into army,
Wow.
any armed forces. You cannot.
Right.
You cannot apply for any city job or government job. They're just not
Wow.
allowed to.
Discrimination.
And then I mean, I've been like when I was like I experienced a discrimination when I go to school. People call your name like, "Hey, Chinese,
Right.
fuck you." I'm sorry, Chinese, like, yeah,
Yeah.
Chinese, like F you, Chinese, and then they were like troll like. So it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
They were
yeah.
at that time they burned like some churches.
Uh-huh.
So it was like if you remember 1998, it's a global economic
Yeah. Crisis.
crisis.
Right. Right.
Asian
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
I mean, they're
Right,
blaming the government, they're
Right.
blaming the Chinese
Of
that
course,
having
right.
all this like
Scapegoat right there.
exactly, it's a scapegoat. And
Right.
then I was like, you know what, I need to get out from this country. Like my family, they need to hide. The good thing is my family live in that
Uh-huh.
area
Yeah.
that not too many locals. And then
Mhm.
in that area, there's a lot of like political leaders that live in that area. So they block that area with army, so no one can get into that area. So they block like you'll see a tank, police like I was
Man.
able to escape, and then I get in the airport. At that time, it was easy for me. And
It's a
then
civil war for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
so cause like I was the oldest son,
Yeah.
and then my dad, there's nowhere they can go, right? And then my also my sisters, and at that time my brother was still little, and I said, you know what, I need to
Yeah.
get out. I need to get out. So, and then I wasn't able to return after 7 years. So my first
7.
time like going back to this after 7 years,
Yeah.
because like some of my family passed away. I wasn't even there. My grandma passed away. I wasn't even there. After 7 years, I was able to go back. There was like now people like talking about, oh yeah, discrimination. It's nothing, man. I got into fight like so many times with
Is that
local
right?
kids,
Right.
and then I will come home with my uniform like with blood on my like my nose. Yeah,
Wow.
like somebody punched me like out of nowhere. Hey, you Chinese, like, boom.
Right.
And then
Wow.
and then I attending public school as well. It's only few Chinese because for wealthy Indonesian they will go to private school,
Right.
but not for middle class they will attend a
Yeah.
like public school, right? So we're just in a little group, like, and it was so bad that because I want to like, I now I can feel like how people as minority,
Yeah.
and then how they feel because
Yeah.
at that time I was even blaming God, like, why you make me as a Chinese, like at the time because I wasn't, I want to be accepted with my
Right.
peers, we will call it, because like. Because they can tell you like because actually you get slanted eyes like
Right.
and then I was able purposely like sunbathing for me to get my skin darker
Is that right?
so I can assimilate, but
Wow.
cannot. People can still tell that you're Chinese. Yeah. So
How are Chinese people treated in Indonesia these days? Is there still
now
persecution?
it's just getting better because like before was Suharto, she was he
Yeah.
was in power for like 30 years. He was a general before. Right after he was forced to retire though. There's a
He's
big
like become a little dictator already by that
there's a
time.
big movement in Indonesia at that time, 1998, when
Suharto, yeah.
they asked him to step down,
Yeah.
and we got the second president. That was the time where the president said, you know what? Now Chinese can celebrate Chinese New Year. They can use their Chinese name. Now
Nice.
we can celebrate Chinese New Year's.
Wow.
You can use your Chinese name.
Wow.
And next year. Yeah, so yeah, it's this beautiful country though. It's a beautiful country. It's a good places to go.
Yeah.
People are nice. The food are amazing.
Yeah.
But the government, the system that God need to, touch
Yeah.
some leaders right there. Yeah. Hell, anyway. So
That's a problem.
so now you know about the history of Indonesia.